Excited to be opening the studio here on the North Shore. And one of the big projects that we've been focused on with AIM Canada Mentorship Society for the last year and a half, 2 years, is the Crisis Store. And you're going to hear a little bit about that today. I've got Jeremy Heighton, who's been on the show, to talk a little bit about why he feels it's important. Sean Weisner's been on the show, and he's going to share a few thoughts with you about why he had agreed to come on to the show and why he thinks it's important. And we've got David Hughes that's going to talk a little bit about why he's one of our sponsors for the show. And then perhaps I can finish off with answering a few questions. So, Jeremy, tell us a little bit about why you think what we're doing with the Crisis Storm is important to Kamloops and to the community.
So for those of you who don't know, I'm the Executive Director for the North Shore Business Improvement Association. When I was hired by the board, my first question to them was, what do you want to be? Community leadership has been something I've often thought is lacking on the North Shore. So I said to them, that means we get involved in long-term development, we get involved in community safety, we talk about neighborhood associations and how we can support them. And quite often senior leadership, even in the city, have said to us, stay in your own lane. But I can't do economic development if I don't have a safe community. I can't hold community events if I don't have a safe community. So I did the Crisis Store because we do an annual report every year. So we actually measure impacts to business from criminality and social disruption. We do this not because we want to say, holy crap, it's a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
But rather to say, oh, there are actually some impacts here. One of our reporting members last year spent $700,000 on security fences. That's a massive cost. So these impacts have very real implications to business. I agreed to do this with Peter for a couple of reasons. And I think the most important reason is that we cannot just be complainers about a system that is broken. We criticize the system on a constant basis. We're constantly looking for ways to build a better system, build a better mousetrap to ensure that the provincial authorities are retaining ownership of the issues that are responsible for that, ensuring that we're trying to respond at the street level. But we are also engaged partners. We are drivers of our community, and we do that conscientiously because we know that we can actually gain more long-term outcomes by being a participant in the process and by being a critic in the process. That's why I chose.
Awesome. Jeremy, thank you.
The word?
There are many crises in our community. Jeremy's spoken to a few of them. But one of the big ones that has impacted us, and we're a communications company fundamentally, is communication in community. And when I thought about communication in community and how can we start to make an impact there, how can we start to educate people about what good conversations look like and how to have them, the mental attitudes, I could think of no one better than my friend Sean Weisner, who is a mentor of mine. And coincidentally, Sean also came from a corrections background. So I asked Sean to come on the show, talk a little bit about corrections, but also sort of the attitudes and philosophies that we need to take into community. So perhaps, Sean, you can say a few words with regards to why you said yes.
For me personally, it's about my foreground, not my background. And part of that is being able to inspire and motivate those to do different and better things. And for me, corrections gave me a great foundation for understanding that. We have two emotions, or two things really to focus on. We have fear and we have love. And love is a piece that a lot of people aren't willing necessarily to talk about, whether it be in leadership, whether it be in a group setting like this. The Crisis Storm is about a solution, not about the awareness to what's going on. Let's start inspiring some of those young people so that they have an opportunity to really become aware of the perspective of we're there to support them. How many times, and I hear this all the time, what's going on with this generation? You know who created this generation? I did. My generation is responsible for the next generation. So if it's going to be, it's going to be up to me. And I think, we have this perspective of need so many different things. It takes one person to do one thing once, and we can make a difference in the world. And that's what I'm all about. I'm a learn-it-all, not a know-it-all, and my perspective is making sure we're inspiring, supporting, and I love the Crisis Storm for an awareness piece of what we can do going forward. And I support it fully, and I support Peter's mission in doing this, and I'm grateful to see each and every one of you come out here and just see what's kind of going on. So thank you so much.
My friend David Hughes has agreed to come and tell you a few words about why he is sponsoring the Crisis Storm financially with support from Forward Law.
I mean, we called our firm Forward Law for a reason, because I'm an eternal optimist. I do believe in progress and making things better. And one of my big concerns is that the way in which we communicate, honestly, I hate social media. I hate what it's done to us. I hate the fact that we don't, everyone has their own little bubbles and they only talk in their own little bubbles. And the one way I think that we can actually improve that is through things like podcasts, right? Podcasts where people of all political stripes can come together. Because I do think the issues that we're dealing with on Crisis Storm, it's not a left or right political issue. It's an issue that can unite all of Kamloops. Right? All of us should believe that we can make this a better place to live, right? And one of the main messages, one of the main ways of doing it and getting people to focus on this issue together rather than their little bubbles is through things like this. So that's why we were proud to step up and support this. And I would encourage all businesses, come on. It's not it's just a good thing to do.
I want to thank everybody for taking some time out of their morning and coming and hearing what we have to say about it. And if you think that there's a topic or a person that we should be speaking to, that we should be interviewing,
Yes.
And exploring a discussion of meaning with them, I want to know about it. I want to have the opportunity to put information out there that people want and need to watch. That's what it's all about.